Hello. For those of you that don't know, my name is Charles. What am I? I am a nerd. What is a nerd? Good question. I really no idea what that intro was, but yes, I'm a nerd, and I have thousands of different interests and hobbies ranging from movies and TV, comic books and books, tabletop games, video games, the list goes on and on. And one of my favorite hobbies to do is cosplaying. Now what is cosplaying? Essentially, it's costumed play. Get your mind out of the gutter, it's not that kind of play. Basically, it's just you dress up as your favorite character or person from a video game, a movie, book, comic, whatever, and you go to conventions and just hang out around other people to enjoy your fandom. That's kind of just what it is. And a couple years ago, what I've done to kind of elevate my craft is I bought a 3D printer. I've gone through probably several hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars worth of filament in my years, building props and stuff, such as an MA5 DSL rifle from Halo, an identity disc from Tron Legacy, Law's Kikoku Katana from One Piece. This thing is massive, it doesn't even fit in frame. And many, many, many more things. I don't know what even happens, But some of my current projects right now is I'm going to C2E2 with some of my friends. So what do you need when you go to a Comic-Con? A costume, of course. So originally my plan, that was months ago, I wanted to make a Spartan armor. My custom Spartan from Halo Reach. And that ended up falling through due to some kind of extraneous circumstances. More so, I'm waiting for a software to help me size the armor correctly, and I want it to be perfect. I want it to be like the perfect armor that I've ever made. So that plan went out the window. So I decided to pivot. Instead, I was gonna go as Lobo. Why? Because I think Lobo's badass. So I started working on printing some parts for him. He was going to be relatively easy. Just need a leather vest, you got a black tank top, just black pants, a crap load of chains and spikes, and a weapon, right? So first thing I printed for him was his hook and some spiky little chain parts. Haven't put this together yet because I need to sand, prime, and paint the chain to make it nice and shiny. It's going to be silver, but I'm going to put a bunch of rust and gore and blood on it. So I don't know if shiny is really the word for it, but anyway. And to go on the back of it, to wrap around my arm, because Lobo always has his hook connected to a bunch of chains, I printed an unreasonable amount of chains to attach to the end of the hook and wrap around my arm. Along with that, I printed these kind of shin guard pieces that will go on the front of my leg. Somewhat like that. But then I was talking to my friend, and he's gonna go as Batman. I'm like, Batman and Lobo, that can work just fine. But then his homie's gonna go as Mr. Freeze. So I was like, it's fine, I can still make it work. But then some of my other friends were interested in going to the Comic-Con as well. And one of my friends said he might try to do Nightwing. So I'm like, you know what, might as well try to fit in. So who's I'm gonna go as? Red Hood. Now I've done a Red Hood before. It was decent, not my best work. I fully primed, painted the helmet, put LEDs in the eyes. I had the armor all printed out, jacket, the whole nine. But the armor kind of just velcroed to my shirt, and it kind of sagged down a little bit, and it was on my old printer, which wasn't that detailed, so it looked a little rough around the edges, and the whole, I could have done way better. So now that I have upgraded equipment, I'm going to be making my Red Hood costume 100 times better. So here's my update of where I am right now. For those who don't know, this is Red Hood. He used to be a Robin, he was killed by the Joker, he came back again as Red Hood. That's a quick story. I have most of these parts set up. I already have the jacket, I printed the helmet, and I have these extra armor bits set up in my printer. I just need to arrange the center chest armor pieces in my slicer. There's another look for them. I need to get holsters. I'm printing the guns as well. I need to figure out this undersuit. Probably this belt section as well. I need to figure that out as well. So here's kind of the holster that found that I'm probably going to print for that. and this is kind of my project. So this is in my 3D printing slicer. I already printed the helmet and the back plate, as well as the eyes. I didn't like the way that these parts printed. I can't really see through them all that well, so instead I printed a kind of mesh, that little eyepiece with the mesh that'll go behind the eye and it'll go inside of the mask, something like that. I know my finger's kind of in the way, but you know, you'll get it once it's assembled. Then you got the front and back plate that will come together just like that to go over my head. I have no idea where my magnets are. I had a bunch of these, and for the life of me, I can't find them. So we're gonna figure out what to do about the magnet situation, and then put some elastic inside, so I don't have to just clip it on. It'll also kind of elastic together, so it won't fall off. I have had that happen before at a con, where my helmet kind of fell apart because it was just by magnets, and it was a whole deal. All right, and I have his Maxim gun, well, 1/2 of a gun, printing on the printer right now. That's going to be running for another hour, I believe. And that's kind of a short look into what I do when I'm building out a cosplay. That's just kind of the intro stuff. Printing it's the easy part. I need to go through a whole bunch of assembling, sanding, priming, painting, fit testing, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really long-winded process, which I'll be showing closer to when I'm actually gonna get the thing done. But that's just a little peek of what I do. So, cool. Adios.